So I was lucky enough back in March to start a new post in my current organisation, being a continuous improvement specialist. But even before that, I was very interested in continuous improvement. There was some in-house training that my now colleagues used to run, so I used to go to those, and they were very, very interesting, which gave me like a broad understanding, an introduction to continuous improvement and process management and so on. So I took those back into my previous post and tried to implement it. And then, as I said, looking enough, there was a post coming up, which I went for, and luckily I got. And then, while I was in that post, it became apparent that I needed, to develop my skills and my knowledge and so on in continuous improvement. Because, like I was saying, the projects that we do are pretty large-scale projects. A very good testimonial is my colleagues also gone on green belt and black belts with PMI, and they suggested to go with PMI to do the green belt. That's where it came from, really. I mean, it's a cliche thing to say, but everything. Do you know what I mean? So, like I said, I joined the team recently, and I said I had a very broad understanding of what CI was. I knew some of the cycles, improvement cycles, and knew some of the most popular tools that you can use. Coming on the Green Belt course, it teaches you, what that cycle really means, what each of those steps, what you're trying to do in each of those steps. What are the different tools you can use in each of those steps as well? And learning that, you take it on board and you take it back to your own organisation and you implement it. And you can see the benefits, and you can see how it works, that cycle and that tools. So what am I doing differently? I'm doing everything differently. I've got my little process map little book. That's my little Bible. So I'm taking that and I'm doing everything I can to implement that little book and the course in the work that we do in our organisation. I loved it. To be honest with you, I absolutely loved it. I think obviously there was some kind of, you were worried on some kind of level, because it's an intense course, isn't it? It's pretty full on, 2 weeks split into two. But it needs to be that because you're learning so much. So you're a bit apprehensive, thinking, okay, how is this going to work? What you really didn't want to, you didn't want to sit there for 2 weeks having a lecture on, continuous improvement. So I'm thinking, okay, how are they going to do this? But all those worries were, disappeared when I came on the course. The engagement aspect of it was something that stood out to me. The simulations, the interaction with the other people on the course. Going to those breakout rooms. It was brilliant. I have no qualms about it at all. I think, again, it's a cliche thing to say, but I think I got so much out of it going on that virtual course compared, I didn't lose anything in theory going on the virtual course to face-to-face, in my opinion. Don't be concerned at all. We had Dennis as a facilitator, and he was absolutely fantastic. And the way it's been set up, the way they've planned every little section of it has been fantastic, I think, because there's simulations, there's games, there's tasks. You can go into your breakout groups. You get back, you get a bit of knowledge, then you do something again. There's another task, there's another simulation. So it's all engaging. So. And maybe to some extent, it's maybe a bit more engaging compared to your face-to-face stuff, because it can be in the classroom, it can be a bit kind of stuffy maybe in that kind of environment. But this is the word that I thought it was a very kind of clean kind of course. I thought it was, because you go into these breakout rooms, there were 3 people there, you were engaging, all 3 engaging together. So it was a very, very kind of clean kind of course. That's the word that comes into my head anyway. One thing I would say, the PMI have been really helpful to me right at the beginning, you know, I had some technology issues in house, and you know, right from the off, even before going on the course, PMI, you know, helped me, gave me advice and supported me of these technical issues that I had. So even before going on the course, you know, PMI were there for me to get me, you know, come on the course and get the best out of the course, you know, for myself. So it was fantastic, and you know, I can't thank you PMI enough.